Seems to be well packed. Look at that. Let's get her out. And let's check what's inside the box. Ooh, nice. Didn't know they did that. But it seems like the remote comes with already a protection cover. Of course, some basic tools like hex keys and your USB charger for your remote. Even get some extra spacers. T-tool, spare belts, and one big ass beefy charger. It's a 5 amp charger. Of course, the charge cable for the charger. And that seems to be pretty much it. No papers, no extras. So besides that, here she is. Look at that beauty. Damn. It really looks gorgeous. The special oil painting color, it's really dope. Even the bash guards, the belt covers, the base plates, the whole truck is in that color. So yeah, really looks sweet. The grip tape seems nicely put. Yeah, nicely even, because sometimes with other brands, it's really not nice and tight like it should be. It's really poor quality control, which I detest. It comes with a boa constructor 100 millimeters by 65 millimeters. So yeah, that's a big contact patch. They have a durometer of 76A. Let's check out the board more from the road side. Nice and clean. I love the unibody. This board comes with TKP trucks. I'm also really curious how they perform because everyone seems to be really psyched and happy about those. They're in split angle, so as you can see, the back is a different angle compared to the front, which gives you more stability. I'm also curious how is that going to compare to reverse kingpin trucks and double kingpin trucks, of course, because I mainly ride double kingpin now. As you can see, I went with the forged carbon fiber. Why? Because I like it more. I think it's way prettier than the 3K carbon fiber. And also I'm kind of hoping when it does get a little banged up or get scratched up, that you won't see it that much because it's more flaky colored. The biggest difference between the Zeus Pro and the normal Zeus are the battery options they're providing and the ESC that has been updated to actually handle the current that the new battery packs are providing. You have two options with the battery packs in this case, the Molicel M50As or the Molicel P42As, which are really renowned and known in the Eastgate business now and one of the top sells. I went with the P42 option. Why? Because couldn't find much information on the Molicel M50As except the data sheets and specs. And what I could read out of it is that the P42 actually maintains its power longer. I went with the safe option and used the P42s. And that's actually the only thing that has been changed up. So the rest of the board is exactly the same as the previous Zeus. So they kept the TKP setup as it is. Why change something that isn't broken? You have different wheel options as well. You can check them out on the website. I'm really curious how these wheels will perform. The bash guard came pre-installed and yeah, it really looks sleek. They mentioned that it has a range up to 80 kilometers and that's with the M50A battery setup. So I'm curious how that's gonna perform. The 5 amp charger will take about 5 to 6 hours to charge up your full battery pack. Besides that, it's all basic stuff like with all the other boards out there. What is different with this board as well is, in my case, because I ordered it too soon, they shipped it after, but it came with the new Riptide pivot cups that they will sell from now on with the board itself. It also comes with ceramic bearings now pre-installed. I also got a handle afterwards as well. So yeah, it seems like Ownboard is upping their game with customer service. Because in the past, yeah, I got the Ownboard W2. I was really happy with that board. It was really awesome. But I had to say the customer service back then, it really wasn't what it needed to be. So I guess we finally get to the testing of the board. Let's do that. Okay, I'm out here to test out the board for the first time and I'm already doing it in a group ride. So we're riding first in speed mode 1. Maximum speed is 20 kilometers an hour and I have to say it's a really gentle mode. All the other boards in the past were quite aggressive for speed mode 1 and I kept saying that they need to tone it down because speed mode 1 in my eyes are actually more for the beginners, people who want to learn e-skating. And this one is, yeah, it's really smooth and gentle with a max top speed of around 20 kilometers. Yay, jing jing! The braking, whoa, it's still strong, but like the throttle is, the acceleration is really smooth, soft, perfect for beginners. Let's jump to speed mode 2. which has more punch directly. Yeah, you notice it directly. Braking as well, really strong and firm. Check the top speed. Hitting around 32 kilometers an hour. Let's jump to speed mode 3. Way more punch. This is such a nice trail. Oh, the punch on this mode is way harder. Some good hill climbing. Yeah, there's a way big difference compared to my other boards in torque, acceleration, and we're still only in speed mode 3. I'm not gonna do a top speed test because that's way too fast. The torque, it's insane. Braking power as well is really good, better than all my other boards. Now, turbo mode, that's gonna be way too insane for me. Whoa, snap! That's insane much of power. So the turbo mode is more powerful than the third speed mode, and the top speed is even to the 60 kilometers an hour, which is way too much. I'm not going to even try that. Now a little more about the carviness and the trucks itself. And the first thing I noticed is, yeah, it's more stable, of course, but it's also way more restricting than my current DKP double kingpin setup. It's nimble. For the most part, but when I really want to get into that lean, that carve, it seems like really restricted, and I'm kind of right now missing that. Man, this board has a lot of power. Woo! Now a little more about the BOA wheels. So this is the first time I'm using the BOA wheels, and I still need to drive them in a little, but they're pretty soft and grippy from what I can tell right now. But yeah, they feel really good. They're bigger than the size that I usually use. Mostly I'm around 90 millimeters or 96 millimeters. Max I already had was 97, so that's just a tad bigger. But yeah, they feel really good. Absorb a lot of shocks, even though the deck is really stiff. But look at that! Saying that, oh, street wheels can go off-road. Woo! Yeah, I have to say in speed mode 3 and turbo mode you need to watch out, because like the throttle is really sensitive, so you need to keep that in mind. It is smooth still, but you need to really expect the real jump. Whoa, this is such a nice road. But yeah, in speed mode 3 and turbo mode you get like this real kick when you press the throttle. It almost threw me off once, so you need to keep that in mind. But yeah, it's for the rest, it's really smooth. You just need to expect that, that's all. Again, braking, it does a really good job. Okay, I don't know what degree this hill climb is, but it's pretty steep, and this board is eating it up. It's just eating it up. Oh my god! Up and away! Woo! The grip tape. The grip tape I'm really pleased with. It has a little more cushioning. They offer enough of grip as well. I feel like really my feet are really planted in. Pass off, she says. Oh yeah, perfect, babe. We got this. What a trial for the first time. We're making some new friends along the way. Oh, we lost our buddy. We made it! We made it! Oh. That was 51! They do feel way more stable. 51. Amazing. Oh, and the torque. Let's do that again. Keep building. 55. Whoa. Brakes do work. 55. Insane. Might notice that I'm wearing a different outfit, and that has a big reason. First, let me change up. Shablam, magic. And I got this beauty right next to me. So let's get down to business. The reason I'm wearing different clothes is just because I needed to get used to those TKBs, like you saw in the video, and I wanted to do a more comprehensive video about it. I tested it a couple of weeks more. The plus side of the story is I was able to do some range tests as well. So now let's quickly cover a couple of things and give you my thoughts about it. So the design of the deck, or the board generally, I'm really in love with it. I really just like the look of it, the whole piece. It really looks nice, refined, and it has this premium feel and look about it. Like the carbon deck, the forged carbon deck, it's super sexy. It's really clean and nice. The grip tape as well, it's really nice composed. It just radiates sexiness. The oil colors on the trucks and the base plates, it's really nice. That's why one other reason I don't like to put my shred lights on top of the board, because it takes away of that look of that oil paint. Another thing is performance. I'm really pleased with the performance. There's a lot of torque, so much torque. I'm really pleased with it. It's insane. I even needed to get used to it, because in the first ride it even threw me off a little of the board. So but after that I really got used to it, and it's really nice, that extra oomph. The speed of this board is insane. I didn't get to the full speed of turbo mode, which is advertised at 60 kilometers an hour. I did a maximum of 56, which is pretty close, and I have to tell you, it's insane. So performance wise, braking as well, it's really powerful, it's on point. So braking, torque and speed, it's really top notch. The next thing is range. Like I said, I was able to do range test this time. The minimum I got was 46 kilometers, and the maximum I got out of it was 58.39 kilometers, which, considering the fact that I'm using P42A cells instead of the M50A cells that they advertise only on the website, in sense of range, with a maximum of 80 kilometers, it's a pretty good range. You should know that using it solely or mostly for city urban use, there's a lot of stopping and starting again, and since this board has more power than all my other boards, I'm using that power continuously, like going from a standstill to full speed and stuff, really torquing and pushing that board constantly. Every time that I stop, it's normal that you drain it faster. So I'm guessing that if I use it like more mainstream like and softer like my other boards, then I would be getting around 60 to 65 kilometers for sure. But now I've been pushing the board constantly with the P42A cells. I did notice, but it's normal with batteries, like first half of the battery, it performed like really well. The torque from the beginning, it's insane. Starting from that mid end, you can notice that it really declines, but it kept its performance throughout the whole battery really like nicely. And it's like this battery kept want to go to that top end speed. Torque was less, but the top speed was still there. It's a really nice performing cell, and I'll now get why people really like this battery cell for e-skate scene. Another nice factor is like
The bearings that it comes with, the ceramic bearings, have a lot of free roll, which is nice to see. The next thing is, of course, the wheels itself. It's the first time I'm using a BOA Constrictor 100mm wheels, and I'm really pleased with those wheels. They're a bit bigger than the wheels that I usually use, 90mm, which make it more comfortable to use. This is a carbon deck, so it's really stiff, and the rides are really comfortable. The compound of the wheel itself is really absorbent, grippy, it really bites. Another thing I have to notice is the trucks. Like I said, TKP trucks, I needed to get used to it. I'm still not 100% used to it. I really prefer TKPs in general more. Why? I like deep, mellow carves, and my speed that I usually ride around is like 35, 40, and DKP is like way more easy to use as well in urban situation. If you like have to make a super tight corner, TKP feels way more restricted, but anything above 40 kilometers an hour is like super stable and still feels like carving a lot. The lower speeds makes it feel like it's restricted. So mid to starting to mid carving is like really nice. Hitting 56 felt like super secure and safe. You could still carve even going 45 to 50. It still felt stable. It's nothing to compare to DKP. I contacted Riptide. Brad told me to first start swapping up the washers, so I'm gonna do that first. I'm waiting for them now, and that's the next thing I'm gonna try. And then I'm gonna try to change up the bushings. That might change up the feeling of restrictiveness for me personally. But you have to know TKP is super stable with split angles. That should actually wrap it up. The only cons that I can tell is the grip tape got a little shred up, tiny corner after a couple of weeks. And the BOA wheels got a little ripped from going over gravel like here, as you see right here. I was going over gravel with small stones, and after that I noticed that it started tearing a little on the side of the wheels. Maybe it's the compound and the size, I don't know, but my 90mm wheels don't have that problem. It's probably a harder compound. I like to put my shred lights on the bottom of the board, which I did now as well. The thing is, like when I really try to lean into that carve, the lights seem to hit the front truck, which is a pity. I'm gonna try to find a solution for that. I have to just move them a couple of millimeters backwards and it's no problem. After a couple of weeks, there's no cons really, to be honest. Only the grip tape, a small part, the BOA wheels starting tearing up, and yeah, maybe the shred lights, but you can still put them on the top side of the board. But that's the only con that I can think of right now. It's such a good performing board. Ownboard really upped their game. If I email them, they contact me really fast. The service seems to be better than it was before. So yeah, in general, I'm really pleased with this board. That should wrap it up. Two more things. One, like I said before, I'm doing another video about how to pair up your remote with your board, because settings changed up a little. There's more things you need to consider now. And another thing, if you want to grab a really good discount, make sure to use my discount code down in the description. It's $150 off, so make sure to use that. And if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. Guys, you know, sharing is caring. Thanks a lot for watching. See you guys later.